So today, what are we doing? We're comparing the first civilizations with a thing called SPICE. Now, SPICE is an acronym for social, which is what S stands for, political, interactions, cultures, and economic. So these things that make up SPICE, right? And so I've used SPICE to compare all of the civilizations. The early civilizations, they include the Olmecs, the Australians, it includes Egypt, the Harappans, and Mesopotamia. And we're going to use SPICE to compare these early civilizations, characterizing each civilization and their point in SPICE with the symbol that I have selected. For example, Busey is a symbol for Olmecs when it comes to their trade or whatever. That's how we're doing it. First thing of business is the S in SPICE. The S in SPICE, first we're going to start off with Mesopotamia. The figurine or the symbol that I have chosen to represent Mesopotamia is the starter pack meme. Right there. The starter pack meme right there. That's what I'm choosing. This represents it because it's kind of basic, the Mesopotamia thing, as long as, social structure goes. Women are seen as property. No big upset there, you know what I mean? I mean, upset historical, our standards now, not then. We got upper class. So this is how the things go. Women, they could be priestesses. I forgot to mention that. Went upper class, lowest. It went priest, upper class, lowest class, and slaves or whatever. That's what I put on my notes here. That's kind of the social structure of Mesopotamia right there. Comparing it to the Indus Valley. And the symbol I am using for the Indus Valley is broken arm. Why? Because it's a caste system. The caste system, it's the caste system. It was basically when Brahmins, which priest, the Kurhurakakas, the warriors, the Vayayayayais, which is skilled laborers, the Sudras, unskilled traders, and the Pariah, the outcasts. Got them. Outcasts. Good band. The third S is Egypt, and the S for Egypt that I have chosen is cat. Because Pharaoh sounds like Pharaoh, like a feral cat. Really funny, Alex. Really, gosh darn funny, Alex. Pharaoh is at the top, followed by, the usual, the whatever you think of. It's the social structure doesn't really vary from those three. Okay, let's go on to Olmecs. The Olmecs are kind of different, and the symbol I've chosen to represent the Olmecs is mean Alex, good Alex. Which is because the Olmecs, they have two groups: the commoners, mean Alex, and the elites, good Alex. Cool. Australians, dreaming. We're dreaming here, okay? We got the dreamland Australians. The males and females, they were equal. They were hunter and gatherers. It's usually how it went. Now we'll go on to the P's. What do we got for the P's? We got Mesopotamia. That's our first P, and the symbol I've chosen to represent Mesopotamia's P is the Mission Impossible series. Yeah, let's go. Mission Impossible. The reason I've chosen that is because its lack of centralized government. This relates to the Mission Impossible series because there is no one director that is at the helm of it. Currently, Brad Bird is as the only reoccurring director in the Mission Impossible series, but this correlates to Mesopotamia because there were separate city-states with patron gods, aka directors, and there wasn't necessarily a main god for all of them that was overarching patron gods for each city-state. The symbol I've chosen for Indus Valley is Empire. Boom, boom, bam. The show. There was no major power and control and competing factions. That's for the Indus Valley. Competing factions. Cool, cool, cool. Kind of like Mesopotamia, in a way. The P for Egypt. What did I choose to symbolize the P in Egypt? That is Russia. Russia, not rush hour. A Will Smith movie. Will Smith movie. Jackie Chan. No, Jackie Chan. That one guy. Big Mama's House. The Big Mama's House guy. That was Rush Hour. You ever seen Big Mama's House? Yeah. The P for the Australians is the bunch of Z's. They didn't have that much on the political front. They were mostly religious, you know. They passed around symbols sometimes. That was a thing they did, you know. The basalt heads. That was a big thing. Let's go into the I. Let's go. Holy crap, this is taking a long time. Much longer. Okay, the I. So in Mesopotamia, the I stands for, the symbol I've chosen for I is Brian Veres. Brian Veres. He's I've chosen that because it got white and salty. Oh, Brian's probably salty right now. He's a salty boy and he's white. He's white and salty. They depleted their agriculture over, I believe they over like irrigated in some places, and their land got white and salty, like Brian Berries. Okay, for the I under Indus Valley, I've chosen Avatar. They had a floodplain of over 500,000 square miles, and the reason I chose that, the 500 square miles floodplain, to represent Avatar, is because it's 3 times bigger than Mesopotamia. Yeah, you kind of don't hear about the Indus Valley and how big they were. Excuse me. You don't hear about that. Just like you don't hear that Avatar is the biggest movie ever. They're making a series out of that gosh darn thing. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Alright. The I for Egypt is, the symbol is Pretty Boy Mike Jacoby. Mike Jacoby, Pretty Boy Mike Jacoby, he's not a friend of mine. You know, he's a jerk, he's a rich boy, he gets whatever he wants, just like Egypt and their environment. They had a pristine area, they had environmental protection, they had everything handed to them, predictable flood patterns, yet they still messed it up, just like Pretty Boy Mike Jacoby. Got a little bit too into the video games, messed up his whole career. Now he's not doing anything. Pretty Boy Mike Jacoby shouldn't have crossed me. For the Olmecs, symbol for I is 127 hours. It's a movie with James Franco. He played this guy and got his arm trapped and had to cut it off. That's kind of because he was isolated. Olmecs were isolated in their environment. They were also the only, like, not the only one, but a culture that did not spread around the river valley. Unlike most of the other the first civilizations. Let's get on to the I for Australians, and the symbol I chose was the band. You might be like, what? The band? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, dude. Yeah, it doesn't. No, it does. The band went out and talked to other tribes. There was like a group of 2 or 3 women, and they'll go out and they'll talk to other tribes, and they were like the political people. They were like, they kind of talk to everybody, and it's all good times, you know what I mean? The C for Mesopotamia is Gary Busey. Gary Busey is why I chose this to represent Mesopotamia is easily accessible and made for good trade. That's Gary Busey. You can talk to him at any time. He's like one of those celebrities, just down to earth, talks to everybody, does not care. Gary Busey, really good guy, really like him. Indus Valley Sea is what I chose to represent Indus Valley is, once again, Gary Busey. Gary Busey represents Indus Valley because they have they represents the sea and spice because they have an undeciphered language and no one really knows what's going on. Just like Gary Busey, no one knows what's going on with that guy. No, you have no idea what's going under the surface. Even if you did decipher that language, you would probably be like, what? Gary Busey's just awesome like that. Okay, for Egypt, the sea, I decided what should represent and symbolize the sea in Egypt is Gary Busey. The sea, because Egypt was majorly influential around the surrounding areas around Egypt. Yeah, they really inspired everything. And also, somehow, kind of a little bit underrated. Still underrated. Gary Busey, really cool guy. Underrated still. Everyone likes him. Still underrated somehow. Egypt inspired a lot of Greek culture, some historians would say. Yeah. Olmecs. All Mexicans. The sea in Olmecs is, what I chose to represent is Gary Busey. Gary Busey. Because he's isolated and distinct culture, just like Gary Busey. You know, he's raised by wolves. That's a known fact. Don't even have to look it up. Everyone knows that. Yep. Okay, and then the sea for the Australians is Gary Busey. Because he's a sleeping man. Gary Busey likes his naps. That's the C for that. And then E for Mesopotamia and the others is what symbol did I choose to represent? E is nothing. I didn't choose anything. No. Let's talk about why I didn't choose anything. I couldn't think of anything. Now, the E for Mesopotamia is a lot of trade. They developed uniform to keep track of their purchases, selling and other things, agriculture production on the rise. There's like a straight up shot, you know? And we're kind of like in the hills, and they're like, yeah, we come down from the hills. That's what happened. For the Indus Valley. This is gonna take so long to edit. Oh my god. For the Indus Valley E, I chose Even Knievel to symbolize it. Even Knievel is Evel Knievel's cousin, way cooler. He just made sure everything was like tip top shape. You know what I mean? Just like he was like Hammurabi. Egypt's E is Tax Max, because they taxed a bunch. They were kind of jerks. And the economy, in my eyes, the pharaoh was like, give me all your money. That was a big thing about Egypt. They're homogenous. They also taxed the poor a lot. And if you didn't, you got one of those. You got the guy that hits you in the head, drowns you in front of your children. Let's go. The E for the Olmecs is DJ Khaled, because they didn't develop around the river. I said that before, but that's alright. That's alright with me. Australians E is. Anyways, the E is they were hunting and gathering, so they didn't really have that much of an economy. They were kind of just, just out and about. They weren't too much into that kind of stuff. Okay, back to you, Alex Toy. Actually, it turns out that's just the end of the video. Sorry, bye.